A New Jersey mayor is recently back from a humanitarian mission to Poland, and he's just getting started helping Ukrainian refugees. Take a listen.
We're here at the border crossing of Krashenko. The Ukraine is just on the other side of that border crossing right there. Refugees are still streaming across. It's not as big as Medica, but we're seeing a lot of individuals coming across.
Now that's Point Pleasant Beach Mayor Paul Kanitra, who packed suitcases filled with supplies and spent a week bringing support and assistance from the Garden State. Now each summer, workers from Eastern Europe fill seasonal jobs in his Jersey Shore town, and that connection compelled him to help those escaping the war in Ukraine. And he has now announced a benefit concert, and several Jersey Shore bands have signed on, and we're going to talk to them all about it. Mayor Paul Kanitra joins us now to tell us about what is planned on the Point Pleasant Beach Boardwalk. And also joining us is Bobby Bandiera, who is a popular New Jersey Shore musician who is helping to line up all of this talent. Welcome to you both.
Great to be here.
Now, I want to start with yourself, Mayor Kanitra, what it was like to witness these events in Poland 2 weeks ago, and what led you to put together this concert.
So my week on the border was such an emotionally powerful experience personally that even when we were leaving, when we were driving to the Krakow airport, we had a 3.5, 4-hour drive, was already starting to kind of get the gears moving about how we could extend the impact that we made while we were over there. When we were in Medica and Przemyśl and Krashenko, we figured we helped close to 1,000 or a little over 1,000 people in our various different efforts. But that's a drop in the bucket to how many people have been affected. There's already close to 2 million people in Poland from Ukraine, and that number is only going to grow as Russian aggression does. So kind of fortuitously at that same time, a mutual friend of Bobby's and mine, Tom Parr, had reached out to me and said that he and Bobby had talked, and that Bobby had offered to volunteer to do a concert, a benefit concert to help raise money.
What compelled you to lend your voice, lend your music, and can you talk a bit about the other groups that have signed on?
Sure. I was watching the news one night, and I saw Mayor Paul Kanitra, and I was like, God bless him. God bless him. I think to myself, maybe there's somebody that might know him that I could connect to him and set up doing a fundraiser. And sure enough, it was Tom Parr. We met with Paul and we said, let's do this. Let's make this happen. And I started dialing up a bunch of people I know, a bunch of my friends that I would think that would be willing to contribute.
And Bobby, what was their response like when you called them and reached out? They wanted to find a way to help?
Oh, it was almost like, they almost called me first. They were so willing and ready to throw in. So everybody was so gracious.
Mayor Kanitra, I wanted to ask you how much you hope to raise and where exactly that money will go.
We think that we're going to have an incredible turnout for this event. Jenkinson's holds 1,800 people. We're planning on selling that out really quickly. And then we think that we're going to raise just as much money, if not more, from sponsorships. And we've already had so many corporations reach out to us completely unsolicited and say that they're going to help sponsor. So, we anticipate getting at least around $250,000 out of this. When you consider that the hot meals that we were handing out at the Medica border crossing late at night to people who had just come across after a long journey only cost about $1. To get the supplies for and to put together, that can make a real big difference.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor Paul Kanitra, Mayor of Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey, and musician Bobby Bandiera. Thank you for joining us and everything you're putting together. And we have more information for you and ticket information about this New Jersey Shore concert for Ukraine. And you can find all of that on our website, cbsnewyork.com.